Hey, what's up, everybody? We are out in Emprise du Lion today doing a farming video showing you where to go to farm for Fade Touched Silverite. Now, Fade Touched Silverite is a highly sought after masterwork crafting material because its masterwork ability is to gain 5 guard on hit. It also has another ability that you could get, it's like another variation, which is a 10% chance to apply Chain Lightning at 100% weapon damage. That's not the one you want. Some rogues they do want that one. They use that to kind of augment stacking hidden blades. So with the 4 hidden blades, the 5 hidden blades, and then like on their armor, they might put the this for chain lightning. This is something that definitely is sought after by warriors, both two-handed and sword and board warriors, because it makes acquiring guard just that much easier, especially on some of the higher difficulties. It guarantees you that you're really pretty much always generating guard if you're attacking. Same thing for dagger rogues. You're in there in melee combat, mixing it up. This is definitely a great masterwork item to use in order to generate some level of defense that you would not otherwise have, which is the guard. So when we are out in Emprise du Lion, what you want to do is get to this waypoint here, Pools of the Sun. Where the hell is it, right? Tower Camp. You need to get out here and capture the Tower Camp first. Alright, and then you're going to come over here east, and you're going to find this bridge operation that you need to do. Once you finish the bridge operation, you can head across the bridge, and what you're going to need to do is either deal with, if you're of level, some Red Templars that are out here. If you're not of level, you can absolutely get out to the spot we're going to go without having to deal with the Red Templars by just kind of like mounting up and running past them and heading down in this direction. They will eventually stop following you. I did have them chase me once, but otherwise I've been able to avoid them if I was a lower level than what I really needed to be to kill them off, or where I was comfortable killing them off. There are a couple dragons that hang out up here, but you don't have to deal with them in order to get this. However, there are 2 spots to really farm the Silverite over here. One involves killing the dragon. The other one has fewer nodes and does not involve you dealing with the Highland Ravager, which is here. He's a level 23 dragon. He's like the highest level dragon in the game, from what I remember. So in order to get over to Tower Camp, you are going to have to fight some, I believe, level 16 Templars. So you're going to have to capture High Grove Camp. You're going to need to capture Draken's Rise Camp, and then you'll also need to capture Tower Camp. That's what's going to give you access to unlocking this bridge operation. But once you get over here and you make your way up in this direction, I'll show it to you from the waypoint and then also show it to you on the quest map. If you head down past this Coliseum, just drop our way down here. Just head down this path. And then as soon as you start going down even further, right ahead of us is going to be our first Silverite spawn. So I'm going to show you 3 out here that are outside of this Coliseum right here. And these are the, you don't want to deal with the dragon spawn points. And then we'll go inside and I'll show you the spawn points in there. My suggestion is save your game here, and then grab these 3 Silverite nodes. There's one there. There's one up here on the right. And then there's one down towards the entrance of the Coliseum. Okay, and if you don't get it, just reload your game. It puts you right back at the top of the hill. Do it again. Some people do like to just sit on one Silverite node spawn and loot it and reload, loot it, reload, loot it, reload. This is an incredibly boring process to begin with, so I like to just waste extra time and get the 3 nodes before I save and reload, or before I do a reload if I didn't get it. That may be less time efficient, but it just makes me feel like I'm not constantly reloading the game every 5 seconds. Personal preference. Feel free to do whatever works for you. Once you do get down here, though, if you have dealt with the dragon and you head inside, there are 8 Silverite nodes in here to point out. what you want to do is come right in here to this first one, save your game right here because this will be your starting point. This is one. Head over to this wall over here. Now I have seen these spawns change very slightly. There's one that I've seen move, and it's this one. And this one actually doesn't show up when you ping. You just have to get close enough to get it. That's 3. 4 is in the middle of the zone here. 5 is on this back wall. Here's 6. And then there's 2 more on our way back towards the door. 7. And here's 8. So, and if you didn't get it, reload your game and it'll start you back here in the center. However, as I said, some people do like to just stand on a single spawn, save and reload, save and reload. Because you're in the same zone, saving and reloading, kind of in the same spot, the load time is much, much lower than what it would be if you were like switching zones or doing a reload from back at the original camp or something along those lines. However, as I said, I just really like to spend a little bit of time and increase my chances, and it makes me feel like I'm not just like standing and saving or reloading the game 5 million times in order to get this, because this does not have a very high drop chance, and it's all RNG. I've run this like 15 times in a row before and gotten absolutely jack shit, and I've come back in here the next day, and the first time I popped in here, I got the fake Touched Silverite, but of course it was the one with Chain Lightning, which was not what I was after. So that didn't really help, but hopefully you'll have some better luck, and you come out here your first time, you'll get your Masterwork Guard, Silverite, and it will help you improve your warriors or your dual-wield rogue, however you're trying to use it. So I hope that helps. Let me pop open the quest map here one more time. It's going to show you where we went. So we just dipped down beside this Coliseum here, down to right about, actually this point right here is where we started our Silverite farming for non-dragon nodes. So there was the one there was one here, and then there was another one right there. So you got 3 out here. Just hit those 3 real quick if you don't want to deal with the dragon, and reload your game and hit them again and again and again. However, if you have already dealt with the dragon, or you feel like you're up to that task, there's 8 inside here. I generally just ignore these 3 out here when I'm farming the 8 inside. I just make my ring and reload my game if I wasn't lucky, which I'm usually not. So, hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Take care.